Alright people, if you caught my last video, we talked about Deuteronomy 23, second verse, about the bastard that will be not be in the presence of the Lord for 10 generations. I went over the generation calculations for that. Was a generation was 20 to 25 years. I chose the larger number, 25 years, multiply that by 10, and came up with 250 years that you would be up under this curse, that you couldn't be in the presence of the Lord. But that really don't apply to you if you read a different Bible. And this is my what I'm trying to explain to y'all as Christians, that this verse is different in different Bibles. So I'm gonna read you one from another Bible, same verse. This will be from the English Standard Version. What it says: no one born of a forbidden union may enter the assembly of the Lord, even to the 10th generation. None of his descendants may enter the assembly of the Lord. Now this don't say nothing about no bastard. What this says, forbidden union. So now, let's see what a forbidden union is. Well, let's read on Deuteronomy 7, 1 through 3. When the Lord your God brings you into the land that you are entering to take possession of it, and clear away many nations before you, the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. 7 nations more numerous and mightier than you. And when the Lord your God gives them over to you, my eyes ain't the best, give them over to you, and you defeat them, then you must devote them to complete destruction. You shall make no covenant with them, and show no mercy to them. You shall not intermarry with them. Give your daughters to their sons, and take their daughters for your sons. So this is God telling you that you should this is a forbidden union. You shouldn't marry, intermarry, interracial relationships and all this here. So now you fall into the same category which the bastards supposed to have been falling to. According to what scripture, what book you reading, and you read these books. Now I did another brief research for the biracials, and you can look up this information here as a multiracial American Wikipedia. You can find them multiracial Americans and be on Wikipedia. Now, biracials in the U.S. This is the category. Biracials in the U.S. There are 33.8 million biracials in the U.S. So, if these 38 people in the United States are biracials, all these people going to hell. And that's a lot of people. Now, who would you have to blame for that but you being a biracial? It can't be you, because you didn't make yourself biracial. The only person you can blame is your mother and your father. You run around here, want respect, want people to respect you, show you love. When the one person or two people in your house, so most of them weren't married, and a lot of us married, you know. But we're gonna look at it. You know, you have biracial Christians, you know what I'm saying? And you may have like 33 times 2%, that'll be Christians that is biracial. 32 points, and now you got, that would come up to be 165 million Christians that are biracial. 165 million that they had parents that were Christians that did not pay no attention to what the Bible was saying about forbidden unions. Now, you can try to twist this all you want to, and you probably will never get it right. Because one thing about you Christians, you're always looking for something to justify why you doing what you doing. But you got a problem here. Very serious problem. You ain't gonna be able to call on Jesus. You won't be able to call on him. Because you can't be in the presence of the Lord because you're on the forbidden union for 10 generations. You ever heard about it, the kettle calling the pot black? Maybe you thugs and gangsters, criminals, y'all can relate this a whole lot better. You can ever notice a person that be in trouble with you, everybody go to jail. But this little son of a bitch here still sitting out. He'll never go to jail. This is the case with Jesus. Now Jesus ain't that great, now I'm telling you. I'm finna show you. Finna tell you. Everybody knows Jesus was born of a virgin birth. That's the story. I didn't write the story. So don't get mad at me. And you can, I don't care. It ain't gonna bother me none. Jesus' mother was Mary. Mary was betrothed to marry Joseph. Now Joseph had his high hopes to having his virgin to himself. But oh no. The God y'all serve decided he want to come and impregnated, or sent the angel Gabriel to inform Mary she gonna conceive a child. But she still had to be impregnated by God. This just didn't pop up. Either God got her pregnant or the angel got her pregnant. But since God said he the claim jumper, you know, when you're claiming a baby that might not be yours, but God the claim jumper, he claimed Jesus. So he the father. Mary ain't married. Ain't married. Had this baby. Now, Jesus come out a bastard. He might have had a mother and father, but they weren't married. And didn't see no holy union where these two that Mary got married to God. Now, he biracial. God had a problem with the Nephilims coming to earth, sleeping with human women. But had no problem for him coming and getting Mary pregnant. See, that's the pot calling the kettle black, So Jesus can never come back on earth to see y'all at this time and at this moment. There will be no blessings coming from Jesus, because Jesus put himself, and God put himself into the category of being a biracial and a bastard. Get mad all you want to. I didn't write this book. So now see now, well, human being and bastards got 250 years. See, God time is different from man time. A day to him is 1,000 years. So now, you take 250 and multiply by 1,000. Then it's gonna be I didn't write it down, but it's gonna be 250 million, 250 trillion years that God can't be in the presence of himself. You can do the math. You take 1,000 years, but you got to take it's a little tricky, and then you got to take the 250 normal human years first and multiply that by 1,000. Then you got the accurate number. God, ain't none of y'all gonna never see God. Ain't none of y'all never gonna see Jesus.